Hi everyone, welcome to Readings with Sam. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay updated on all the amazing energies that are flowing through this channel, as well as feel free to leave a comment because I love hearing from you guys, especially what's resonating, what's going on in your life. Whenever you're watching this is when you need it most, so even though I read on daily energies, if you're watching this a week from now, a month from now, or a year from now, you're watching this because you're most ready to receive it. Also with that, take what resonates and leave the rest. All of these readings are just for your highest benefit. So if something is not resonating with you, it's all good. Just leave it for someone else. So today is Monday, August 15th, 2022. And the deck that wanted to speak to us today is The Wild Unknown Animal Spirit by Krans. And we just pulled from this deck a few days ago. So the animals are here and speaking to us. Yes. So let's dive in and see what's going on. Okay. Wow. Okay. Hey, y'all. So the reason why I said that is because when we did the last reading, which was hyena energy and hummingbird energy, it was actually both. I think I mentioned this, that it was masculine energy because it was represented by fire and by air. Today, it's literally the exact opposite. We have the oyster, which is water energy, feminine energy, and we have bear, which is earth energy, also feminine energy. And I feel like this reading actually really goes along with the reading that we did prior with hyena and hummingbird. And I feel like this is actually like a continuation of that reading, even though it was a few days ago. So I'm gonna assume that maybe you have been taking yourself a little bit more seriously lately, or you have been realizing that you've been using humor a little too much to deflect from really difficult emotions, and maybe you have kind of tapped deeper into your spiritual resources, as well as kind of bringing more color to your life and more variety to your life, and really stepping into living life. So going into the energy of today, the energy overall is represented by oyster. So already if oysters have been showing up for you, or bear energy, of course, have been showing up for you, then this message is really like, hello, like you need to hear this. And the oyster essentially says that right now you may be in this space of really discovering these really deep, beautiful pearls within yourself. These little gifts. Like you may be in a space of really accepting your inner gifts, or you really may be in a space of like really coming to realize that you really are capable of achieving the things that you want in this life. And no one's holding you back except for maybe yourself. And the thing with oyster energy, it's all about that. It's all about this time where you're really protecting these inner gifts, and you may not really be showing it to the world right now. You may be kind of just coming to terms with the fact that you have this really special, amazing quality, but also at the same time make sure that you're also not just like holding on to it and then doubting it. So it's kind of that push and pull, right? It's like keep it close to you and really be sure that it's integrated so you don't like put it out there and, get criticism and, end up freaking out. But also at the same time, don't protect it so much to the point where you never put it out there and you start questioning, is this gift really as great as I think it is? Like maybe it's not, because there does come a point where you do need to put it out into the world so you can get that like tangible external proof that like, oh no, like you really are that bitch, like you really are that amazing, like you really are that good at what you do. Like look at all these people, look at this abundance that's coming to you the more that you put it out there. And that goes directly into the advice of bear today. Bear energy is all about coming out of hibernation, coming out of winter, and actually being able to move forward and go into spring, right? So this is very much moving into a new path. And it's also essentially saying that you may be in the space of holding on to your inner gifts, but the advice today is kind of saying, kind of start to come out of your cave a little bit. You don't gotta like do it all at once. Just come out of your cave a little bit. Maybe this is something where you show a really close friend your talent, or maybe you kind of start broadening your perspective of like, okay, maybe if I really am at this space, like what does that mean for me? What does that look like moving forward? And it's also just know that it may be difficult a little bit at first because it is new and you may not feel totally comfortable. So it's not necessarily one of those things where, as all things, nothing can just go from 0 to 100. I mean, certain things can, but things that usually last us for the long term, you know, and are not instant gratification and part of our lifelong destiny, does take time to fully come into fruition so that we can do the little tweaks and everything to really be sure that our foundations are sturdy. And we've been talking a lot about that in August in general, right? So the energy overall today, exactly how I was saying about how it seems like maybe you have been taking yourself a little bit more seriously, or tapping into maybe suppressed emotions or suppressed memories that have given light and birth to this realization of, oh, you really are special. Like, yes. It's basically saying you are in the space of, you are noticing the truth. You're noticing the truth. You're realizing that this isn't grandiose. This isn't like a weird conceited thing or anything like that. This is, you are seeing the truth of how amazing you really are. This is the truth. And you need to start, or this is the call for you to begin to come out of your cave with this truth, because people need your light. I really want to share the story of Amaterasu, the sun goddess from Shinto Buddhism, or Shintoism, sorry. And the story of her is that her and her brother, the storm god, got into a fight, and Amaterasu got so essentially like fed up with him that she was like, fine, fuck it, like, I'll leave. Like, I don't, if you want to fight with me all the time, fine. I'm gonna go in my cave and just leave you to rule everybody, since, you know, you have such a problem with basically sharing the sky with me. And the issue with that, though, at first, it's kind of like, yeah, she shouldn't deal with that energy. Like, no, you know, like, you know, but the sun went into the cave because because she essentially just was fed up with the storm god. And if the sun leaves, everybody suffers, right? Everybody suffers. So that's what happened. Everyone started suffering. Everything started drowning because there was too much water. There was too much of storm energy, like too much. And they needed the sunlight to actually survive. So they started to figure out ways to lure her out of the cave. And finally, the way that worked was they put a bunch of mirrors at the entrance of the cave, and Amaterasu got so curious to see what was shining so brightly outside of the cave, and she comes out and realized it was herself, and realized how painful, or how much pain she caused the people that she loved by hiding herself and hiding her light, and how desperately they needed her. So this is exactly what's going on with you, and exactly what you are realizing, that your light really is that bright to the point where even you're like, oh my God, that's me? And know that the more you hide in your cave, even if it may seem like it's helping you, it's actually hurting other people that you may not even realize that not shining your light is hurting them. So this is a call. Your light needs to be out in the world. It needs to come out of its cave. And it will be hard at first for you to realize how special you are in this space, but you will. And it all starts with the beginning steps of today, or whenever you're watching this, or whenever you feel like it's the right time to begin to take these gifts and these amazing little pieces of light that's within you and start putting them out into the world slowly but surely, and it will all come back to you, you know, sevenfold of the abundance and amazingness that you are putting out there, you know, will again come back to you. So the energy overall today is really great and encouraging, and know that this is divine feminine energy. The mother is with you. The divine masculine energy was the hyena hummingbird energy, where it was like, well, you know, if you keep saying that, you know, you ain't shit, then guess what? You're not gonna be. So you're either gonna fix it or you're not. And today the feminine energy is like, okay, like, yeah, you really are amazing. Like, yes, like, go out there. That's kind of how I personally see, like, divine feminine, divine masculine energy. Like, I feel like divine masculine energy is very, like, okay, well, this is how you're fucking up. You can either choose to change or not. Too bad. And divine feminine energy is, like, kind of takes us when we finally realize, like, okay. And divine feminine energy is like, see, like, isn't it great when you take yourself seriously and, you know, like, see how amazing you are as the divine sees you are? So, yeah, really great energy today. I hope you all have a beautiful day today, and I'll see you all tomorrow.